My name is Jenna Palant, and I'm a style-crazed full-time creative living in sunny San Diego. In 2016, my husband and I purchased our forever home, and now, in between balancing my upholstery business, our 4 dogs, and just life in general, I'm going to renovate our home room by room, project by project myself, with some fun help from a few of my friends along the way. And I'm going to share it all with you right here on YouTube. So, are you ready to see a room bloom?
Hello color lovers, and thank you for tuning in to another home renovation episode of Room Bloom on YouTube. Last episode, we moved to the outside of our 50 Shades of Tan home to start working on some exterior projects, which included building a fence around our entire property. And now that our yard has officially been dog-proof for our 4 fur babies, it's time to start adding that first bit of color to the house's exterior. And I'm doing that by sealing/painting all of our cinder block walls. To start this massive project, I first pressure washed all of our cinder block walls with my pressure washer, a machine that sprays water at a very high velocity to remove loose paint, mold, grime, dust, mud, dirt, and even chewing gum from surfaces and objects such as buildings, vehicles, or in this case, concrete surfaces. And if you haven't used a pressure washer before, let me be the first to tell you how incredibly satisfying it is. There's just something so rewarding about seeing masonry washed clean. After pressure washing all of Mother Nature's gunk off the cinder block's walls, I allowed each section of the wall to dry for at least 24 hours, if not 48, before starting step 2 of my 3-step masonry painting process, which is priming/sealing the masonry with a product I absolutely love by Zinsser's called Bullseye 123 Primer for all surfaces. It comes in white, but I had it tinted gray. The stuff also goes on like mayonnaise and is definitely the most tedious part in the painting masonry process, but is definitely a step I would never ever skip when painting any concrete surface. It will ultimately help protect our cinder block wall from the elements while also allowing it to breathe. Plus, you cannot beat the smooth surface it creates for that final step of paint. On the last day of priming, or at least what I thought was going to be my last day of priming, I was moving and a-grooving with this Zinsser product, trying my very best to wrap things up before I lost daylight. And then this happened.
No! Dang it. Seriously? So close. Dang it.
Dang it is right. I hate it when I miscalculate. So the next day, back to Home Depot I went, buying yet another 5-gallon container of this beloved Zinsser product, and was actually able this time around to wrap up the sealing/priming right before the sun went down here in San Diego. And man, did that feel great or what?
Finally done priming.
Which brings us to the third and final step of my 3-step masonry painting process: paint. Now I know y'all have been very curious on my Instagram about what color I'm painting our cinder block walls. It's honestly probably going to surprise you. Is it purple? Is it black? I guess the reveal will tell, but before I go letting that kitty cat out of the bag, let's first quickly review my 3-step masonry painting process. Pressure wash the masonry surface completely clean from any debris and allow for it to dry for 24 to 48 hours. Coat the entire masonry surface with Zinsser's Bullseye 123 Primer for all surfaces, making sure every nook and cranny is thickly covered. Once the sealer primer has thoroughly dried, start cutting out the masonry's joints with a paint color of your choosing, followed up with rolling paint back and forth over its entire surface, covering it all the way down to the very ground. All right, who's ready to see that first bold use of color for our exterior house projects? Again, I want to warn you all that the color I ended up choosing for the cinder block walls is probably gonna shock the hell out of you, especially coming from such a rainbow-tastic designer like myself. But like I mentioned last episode, trust the Jenna. Okay, let's go check it out. And no, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This color lover did indeed pick black as our overall cinder block wall color. Are you shocked? I know Wendy over at San Diego Home and Garden Lifestyle magazine sure was when I shared my plans with her. But here's the deal. Since we live within the gates of Palma Valley Country Club, I wanted to both be mindful to our less daring neighbors while also staying true to our overall design aesthetic. And just like my interior designs, where the overall canvas is a bright, inviting white, I love the idea of a contrasting juxtaposition from the inside out, further solidifying my crazy idea of painting all of our cinder block walls this daring hue of black. But fret not, color lovers, I of course have multiple ideas up in this Technicolor brain of mine on how I'm going to be implementing my favorite colors of the rainbow throughout. You're just gonna have to stay tuned, hit that YouTube subscribe button, and trust the Jenna.